Well, hello and welcome to your daily reflection videos. This probably looks a little bit different than some of the ones we've been doing, but today I wanted to just take a bit of time and talk about one of the opportunities we have that's been put in front of us to take part in as a church to serve. And it's one of the things that folks have started to ask us regularly, what can I do to be serving during this time? What can I do to use my gifts or my talents or my money to serve others during this time of the coronavirus? And as we were talking about this, one of our global mission partners, Lifeline Christian Mission, came to us and said, hey, what do you think about this idea? It's something that we do on a large scale in sort of quote unquote normal times, but we want to modify it a little bit in order to sort of fall within the restrictions for the COVID guidelines. And it's a meal pack. And the meal pack is something that they do for different places around the world that Lifeline works. And I'm joined here by Rico Leone, who works with Lifeline, and many at Oak Park, and Ross Carrick will know is the founding minister at Heart for Home, which is a mission in Haiti, in Port Salut. And so I'm going to ask him a few questions about what this meal pack is. I have a few of the details for you right off the top that I can tell you. We have the week of May 11th to 16th, that's a Monday to Saturday, to set up at Oak Park. So it will physically be in our building. We are taking every precaution and every measure to make sure that we are following the guidelines. So this is a household meal pack, which means that you can come and pack meals with those in your household. So just to make sure that we're following the guidelines, Lifeline is province of Alberta qualified food bank, and so they do have some exceptions, but we're making sure that we sanitize everything in between meal packs and making sure that we have social distancing to the extreme, gloves and masks. In fact, we're asking you to bring your own mask just to make sure that we can do the best job we can. And so some of the details, the 11th to the 16th of May is at Oak Park. The following week, they'll be setting up at Ross Carrick. And Hope for Life folks, we really hope that you can be a part of this too. It's an open invite. And so the basic premise is you would come with your family. There's 6 time slots in a day. They're sort of staggered throughout the day. And you would sign up for one of those time slots. The slots will be in the daily emails. And you would commit to raising some funds for Lifeline. And at the same time, you would have about a 2-hour block of time to pack as many meals as you could. And so I'm going to explain a little bit about the meals with Rico here. But first, Rico, why don't you just tell us a little bit about what are these meals for? Why are we packing meals for Lifeline right now?
Well, hello, everybody. And thank you, Lane, for having me here to share about some of the work that God has been doing and is still working down in Haiti. And the connection with Lifeline really helps with this COVID-19 has disrupted the entire world, and it definitely has hit us here in North America. Millions of people have lost their jobs, and but praise be to God, there's what we call food banks. There's different different places that actually helps. The government gives some kind of subsidies to cover some wage loss and so on. But there are countries like Haiti and other unfortunate third world countries that don't have any of these infrastructures. We don't have the food banks. We don't have any government that would subsidize or help anybody else. The only thing they are left with is a broken system. The government says nobody can go to the marketplace. The stores are all shut down. The schools are shut down. The churches are shut down, just like here, except for there's no checks coming. There's no support coming. And the people were poor to begin with. It's not like they had some kind of resource. It's a cash flow country. There's no credit. They can't buy anything on credit. So they are left to be in their homes hungry. And it's a tragedy right now. There's no shortage word than a tragedy. And just to put it into perspective, not only the country has been locked down for the last 6 or 7 weeks, just like we have been in North America, but Haiti also had a lockdown from October to December due to political instability. Everything was shut down and no one could go to the streets. So the people were already in a deficit from October to December. And now they're facing with another wave of shutdown again. So this year is a very, very tragical year. So with our work in Port Salut in the south of Haiti, with the connection of Lifeline, we're able to, when these meals are packed, when you guys give this generous gift, we're able to hand deliver it to the people mostly affected, mostly in need in our country in Haiti. And Lane, if you let me just share with you some of the pictures that our staff leaders went down in Haiti and was actually sharing
Yeah, that'd be
with
great, Rico.
some of the people down in Haiti. I don't know if you can see. Can you see it, Lane?
Yeah, yeah.
So this is one of the grandmas in our community. You could tell like life hasn't been the best for her over the years. I mean, the pictures actually can speak for themselves. This is a gentleman who actually lives in our community. Now you'd have to imagine how long has this person been food deprived to make it to this position. I mean, these are not pictures from a National Geographic. This is our one of our lead pastors, Edner, who is actually hand delivering these meals that you guys are packing or get to pack to these people. And they're so excited to receive these meals. And we go from homes to make sure that these people receive those meals to try to make a difference for them. So, so when we say this is the difference that you're making by giving, you become the government for these people. You become the food bank for these people. And as the scripture says, in the last day, God will say, hey, I was thirsty, I was hungry, and you did not give me drink. And Jesus will say, well, when you did it for the least of these, that's when you did it for me. So I think this is a perfect example where we come together and get to exemplify that very same story by sharing it with these people.
Yeah, that's excellent, Rico. It's really hard to see some of those pictures, isn't it? And to know the need, the level of need. I mean, so many in our city and in our country are talking about need right now, but we really don't know the depth of need around the world. And Edna, they're handing out those meal packs. My family's been a part of a couple meal packs with Lifeline, so maybe I can just speak personally. It is actually a really fun thing to do. It's one of those bonding experiences. My youngest daughter, who's 3, has been a part of them and can contribute, can be a part of it, can help fill those bags with rice and dehydrated vegetables and beans and some of the nutrient powder, and then seal those bags, and they know where that's going, and that's helping people. And I know for my own family, it's made a big impact on just the reality of how much we have and how grateful we need to be. And so this is just one of those things that I really want our folks, our community, to take part in. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about Heart for Home and what else is going on and what you guys are planning for the future down there. While we have an opportunity, this is a good venue for you to sort of brag a little bit, Rico, and tell us some plans. So.
Well, we wish there were more to brag about. These are days of sadness, of mourning, but you know, there's lots and lots of reasons to celebrate as well in the meantime. The reason is, in the community, we are the beacon of light for the people. When they see the ministry of Lifeline, Heart for Home, they see hope. They feel like, okay, all is not lost. Their help is on the way. And we've been sharing with them, like, guys, there's a container of food coming down very soon. We just have to finish pack it here with our faithful friends here in Alberta, and then we're going to be shipping the container. And they are so happy, and they're looking forward that food is on the way. And this is the impact we're making by just coming as a family and just loading a container or just putting some dehydrated food in a little bags with our family. So the people are already excited and waiting
Cool.
for us. The
And this
churches
is
are
this
growing
is the
strong.
completion of that sea can, right? So this will be a full sea can, and I know Colin Hattrick's not going to be happy if I get the number wrong, but I think it's something like 165,000 meals.
That's correct. That
Yeah.
is exactly right. So imagine like 150 to 60 or so close thousand meals will be served and people will get to eat. It's a huge, huge difference in a community that has no help coming. So all they see is we are the only help coming, and they're excited. And that also brings a big focus on the ministry where people just like, okay, I really want to see if what you guys are about, because you're not only here just preaching us Bible morning, day and night, you're also focusing on our well-being. And that really is elevating the name of Christ, because as we share the name of Christ, just like, hey, we're not just telling you something about that is to come, you just go into heaven, but Christ cares for your status right now. He cares for your children. He cares for your health, and he wants you to be better. And as a family of God, we're coming together to make sure that we make a difference in situations like these as well. But the ministry also is blessed with a lot of land, about 12 acres, not too much land, but it's nonetheless, it's a big chunk of land. And one of the things that Heart for Home is really big for is the art of agriculture. So our pastors and our staff, they continuously planting vegetables, and they're planting corn, and they're planting beans. In December, they had like a really, really big harvest of beans in the community, and they were able to sell it for very, very low cost, just to cover the seeds so that they could buy more seeds to replant the seeds again, to focus on the sustainability of the planting. But even that, knowing that the ministry is able to produce and raise foods, grow foods on site, and to be able to help the people out with a very huge subsidized cost is already itself a huge difference that is being made. And now they're in the rainy season, the spring, and the pastors told me that they're already putting some vegetables on the ground, such as like bell peppers and beets and carrots, and hopefully they'll have a good crop this year that they'll be able to help the community as well.
That's wonderful. Well, now we're a conversation of three, which wasn't planned, but that's what working from home can do for you sometime.
It's the best.
Rico, it's always such a joy and pleasure to talk with you and to hear your heart for Haiti and for Heart for Home and for Lifeline. And that partnership has just been wonderful for us. And so I'm really encouraging our folks to get out, to sign up. All the information is going to be in the email below. Spread the word, have others sign up. It doesn't just have to be Oak Park or Hope for Life or Ross Carrick folks. Raise some money. Let's get the sea can filled and packed and down to Port Salute before the end of summer. Thanks, Rico.
God bless you guys. Have a good one.
Blessings, brother.